So the Super Bowl was the other day, and I didn't watch it because I'm not really into American football. But I did notice that they had a bunch of trailers and stuff out, like they always do, and one of them was actually for the new Marvel shows coming out in Disney Plus. I've actually talked about Disney Plus before on here about him. I really enjoy The Mandalorian. It's at the moment really the only show on there, only original show. And as a big Star Wars fan, I actually really like it. As someone who's really critical of the new Star Wars stuff that Disney have brought out, Mandalorian was pretty good. So it wasn't amazing, but it was good. And it really set the bar for what these shows can be, and knowing that they're going to be doing so many Marvel shows. Yes, they're doing quite literally way too many in my opinion. But there's some that I am interested in, and the main ones, the three big ones that I am interested in, have all been spotlighted in this trailer. The first three coming out, I'm sure. I'll talk about all three of them one by one. I'm going to watch the trailer again, even though I've already seen it, just to let you know, so this isn't a first time reaction thing, but I do want to rewatch it again and go through everything, all that great stuff. But the three main shows are the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show, which I've been wanting for years, by the way. Ever since Civil War came out, I've been dying to see. I wanted it to be a movie at first. I wanted I remember on Facebook years ago, I posted something like on a Marvel page somewhere, please Marvel, give us a Falcon and Winter Soldier team up movie. I wanted it to be like a buddy comedy type film. So yeah, and I've been waiting for this show ever since they announced it. When they announced it, I was excited. All the stuff that's came out about the show has pretty much got me even more excited, and I'm just looking forward to seeing it. It's the most anticipated thing coming out of Marvel in the next few years I really have any hope for, if I'm being honest, or any interest in. And then there's the other shows. We've got WandaVision, which actually looks interesting, and then we have the Loki show, which I'm very much of two minds about, because I like Loki the character, but I don't really think. I think a bit like Black Widow, this is a bit delayed. Like, if this show had came out in 2014 or whenever, I probably would have loved it and everyone would have loved it and it would have been a big hit, but now it seems a bit late, but who knows, so let's watch it. Alright, so we see the shield. Pretty promising.
It's time.
You see Sam Wilson throwing the shield there. Love the music in this as well. You see some shots in flying. So we see his origin as well, which was cool. There's Scarlet Witch. We see her in the original costume as well, which is really cool. We see Vision, who's in black and white now. We see Bucky, of course.
I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
Yeah, I am really excited to see what they try and do with these shows. Now, I'm not saying they're all going to be amazing. In fact, I'm kind of concerned about them as well, because I want them to be good. Trust me, I don't want all these shows to be shit. I want them to be good. But, it's still early days, we haven't really seen a lot, but from what we have seen there, it gives us a little indication of these shows, or at least the first two shows. Loki, we barely saw anything, but the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show seems like it's going to be a straightforward sort of follow-up of the Captain America movies, which, by the way, are some of my favourite movies in the MCU, easily. We're going to see a continuation of that with this, but with Sam and Bucky now. And it showed some shots there. We're probably going to delve more into Sam's backstory, which is interesting. I don't need to see an origins or whatever, but maybe there'll be an episode, like how Netflix always has that flashback episode. Maybe there'll be an episode that delves into his past and shows us more, or maybe they'll give us it bit by bit. But it was interesting to see, and it was great to see Bucky back again. He's got the short hair, just like how he had in the first Avenger all those years ago, which really puts a smile on my face. And then, of course, we've got Zemo coming back from Civil War, and I'm really fucking stoked to see him back, because he is, in my opinion, the best villain in the entire MCU. Yes, I know it's pretty debatable. I know a lot of people would disagree with me, and that's fine. I'm up for that debate. But I just think he's one of the best, one of the most underrated as well, and he was really, really one of the best parts of Civil War. Like, when it comes to Civil War, everyone just goes on and on about the airport fight scene, which, don't get me wrong, was enjoyable. I liked it, and obviously it was there to market the film and stuff, but that's not the best scene in that movie, by far. I mean, it's really just there. Like, everything else in that movie is why I love that movie, especially the last half hour. or the the final act, like when they go to Siberia and they're in the facility at the end, like that is fucking perfect. It's some of the best scenes in any Marvel movie ever. It's just brilliant. And Zemo was a great villain. I'm looking forward to seeing him back again. I'm looking forward to seeing Sam and Bucky team up to take him down. You know, it'll be exciting. I still think this would have made for a good movie though. Like, I'm interested to see what they do with it as a TV show. But in all honesty, you could have just called this Captain America 4 and just had Sam and Bucky in it instead of Steve, you know, played by Chris Evans, who can't be arsed being in these movies anymore. Which is fine. You know, I respect that. Still a little bit salty over how they wrote his character off, but you know, that's a video for another time. I'm still looking forward to seeing what they do with Sam and Bucky. And it's interesting how they haven't called this Captain America and the Winter Soldier. They've called it Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is really interesting. It tells me that maybe the end of Endgame, like with Bucky, or sorry, with Steve giving Sam the shield, maybe that isn't what we thought it was going to be at first. Maybe he becomes Captain America, or maybe he doesn't. Maybe no one becomes Captain America. We don't know. But at the very least, it is interesting to see. Also, we're going to get US Agent in it as well, which will be pretty cool. I'd really would love to see them do that storyline, where he sort of takes up the mantle of Cap and doesn't really go too well, and we get to see the friction between him and Sam, and as well as Bucky as well. In fact, I'm really looking forward to seeing how Sam and Bucky, the chemistry between them in this show, and just how they start off, because I don't think they're going to be best buds at the start. Like, we've seen them before in previous films. They were never really on good terms with each other, especially in Civil War. You know, they were fighting alongside each other, but they didn't really like each other. Say that. So I'm hoping that the show starts off with them just absolutely, maybe not hating each other, but maybe just like not getting on with each other at all. And like Steve Rogers being the one thing that kept them together was just the fact that they were both pals with him, and that they want to continue his legacy. And they're going to do it by teaming up with each other. I think that'd be exciting, and we can, you know, hopefully see them bond throughout this show. On to WandaVision now. This one's a bit more confusing because what we've been told about this is that it's going to be insane and crazy, and from what we saw in this trailer, there was quite a lot to take in. Basically though, it looks like Scarlet Witch is finally going to start being like Scarlet Witch. Nothing against how they've had her in the movies before. I enjoy how they've done her character in the previous films, especially Civil War and Infinity War. Like, the characterization of her and Vision in those two movies, especially at the end of Infinity War where she has to fucking kill Vision. Spoiler alert. She has to kill him to save the universe. And she actually does kill him, and it's still not enough. And then she loses him, and then she dies, and then she comes back, and then I'll say this about Infinity, or about Endgame. I did not care for Endgame at all. If there's one scene that I did really like, it's when Scarlet Witch came back. And she took on Thanos, and she said, "You stole everything from me." I'm sure that was the line. And it was powerful. It really was. The only thing I'll say is, we should have got a fucking fight scene between her and Thanos. Why the hell they had to cut away from that, and, you know, it lasted like 5 seconds. Oh, but no, we'll bring in Carl Manvers and we'll give her a 5-minute fight scene with Thanos that just went on, and it's like, yeah, well, why couldn't that be Scarlet Witch? You know, it's like, it would have made more sense. But, you know, whatever. Scarlet Witch could have destroyed the giant ship as well, by the way, just putting that out there. But it is interesting to see that we're going to really dive into her character and her abilities in this show, and just, like, the insane shit that she can do, like creating universes and stuff like that. That would make for a really interesting TV show, and I'm glad they're going down this different route rather than just doing the more generic stuff. Which, even though Falcon and Winter Soldier seems to be a bit more, I don't want to say generic, but a bit more along the same lines of what we've gotten before, which I'm happy with. I'm glad with this show though they're going more down an alternative route and making it a little bit different, trying to shake things up a bit. And also it's great to see Vision back again, even if he's still dead and this is technically just a figment of Wanda's imagination. I'm still interested to see where they go with it. Finally, on to Loki. Yeah, we got one shot of him there saying he's going to destroy shit. And I'm not going to lie, even though I've said this before numerous times, I personally think Loki should have died in the second Thor movie, Thor the Dark World. Which, by the way, yes, I know it's not a great film, but Loki is the one great thing in that movie. Like, he's the one redeeming thing about that movie that makes it somewhat worth watching. and his death scene was pretty sad. Because he's a popular character, they had to bring him back, and I get that. And he was actually enjoyable in Ragnarok. I liked him in that movie, and I liked him at the start of Infinity War. But I think that really should have been his death scene. If he wasn't going to die in the second Thor movie, surely Infinity War, surely there he's going to stay dead, because it's Thanos himself killing him, and he even says it himself. No more resurrections this time. And then what happens? That's right, we get Avengers Endgame and it retcons everything, so yeah. Not happy. Not happy about how they did that. But at the very least, I'm not gonna lie, it's Tom Hiddleston playing Loki again. I'm at least interested to see. I'm not gonna lie, I'm interested to see more of him playing that character, because you could tell he loves playing that character and he plays it so well. He genuinely is like, I know I says earlier, he's the most best overall villain in an MCU film, but damn, now that I look back and think, well, Loki was fucking excellent, so he was. But I do feel like he's been milked a little bit much in recent years, but we'll see what happens. Like I says, I'm still interested to see this show, even if it is 5 years too late. It will at least be interesting to see what they do with it. Sorry, 6 years, it doesn't come until next year, fucking hell. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you've got anything you want to say about the Marvel shows, let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. And if you enjoy this content, please subscribe, because I'm going to be doing a lot more of it, and I might cover these shows when they come out, because I do have an interest in them. So until next time, I'll see you guys all later.